Welcome on into the All Aussie Rules YouTube channel. We've got another special video coming your way today. We're going to be looking at the All-Australian team. It is literally All-Australian Team Day on Thursday, which when you're watching this, it might have already been. It might be today. Who knows? But we're going to be selecting our All-Australian team. This is on not our official team of the year. That will be announced in the next couple of weeks. This is not taking into account positions so much. This is more the way that the selectors of the All-Australian team select theirs. So we don't have any designated wingmen in this team. If you want that, that will be released in our All-AFL team, first set team and second team in the next couple of weeks. I'm just putting that together. The final game of the season hasn't actually started yet. Gold Coast Bombers is about to kick off. So once all that's done, we will have our official teams with using our rating system. But for now, this is just on who I think will be All-Australian or should be All-Australian in 2025. So we'll go through the lines one by one. And once we've done that, I guess we will, we'll chat through them. Here we go. So our full-back line, we've gone Cal Will. Just a little side note. We've decided to go 3 tall backmen, 3 tall forwards, 3 small forwards, 3 small backmen, and then outside of that, the team's basically midfielders. But we're keeping with the 3 talls at both ends and 3 smalls at each end. So that's our plan here. Full back line, Cal Wilkie. I think he's been the best key defender this season of anyone in the AFL. He's had an outstanding year. So yeah, I'm chucking him in that team for sure. He's probably actually playing fullback, but that's okay. Sam Taylor. Another fantastic year from him. His first game of the year was probably his best, in all honesty, but he's had a very good year throughout. So he's been outstanding. Lockie Ash, he's been the biggest riser probably in this halfback general defender role. He had an outstanding season throughout. Him and Lockie Whitfield both did. Given the chocolates to Lockie Ash, slightly over Whitfield in that regard. So that's our full back line. Couple Giants and a Saint. We'll jump into half back line now. Don't forget to jump in the comments below and let me know who's in your team. Who have I missed? Who have I added that you don't believe should have got it? Moving to the half back line, and there's no surprise here with the start. It's Nashaya. Wanganeen Malira. He was the easy pick in this team, I think, just about. He has to be All-Australian this year. His second half of the year has been absolutely fantastic. Centre half back is probably the position I almost struggled the most with. I think Josh Worrell, I've given the chocolates to as that third key defender. There's plenty of other players that were in contention for that role. There's a lot of key defenders. I don't know who really would deserve it more than Josh Worrell, though. I don't know if he will get it, but I think, personally, I believe he's been better than Wiedering. Believe he's been better than Darcy Moore. Who else is a key defender in the selection? Sam Collins is probably close-ish, but I still think we're going to go with Josh Worrell. And yeah, there's not too many others that I think are genuinely in that conversation. And then Bailey Dale gets the halfback flank role in our team today. Plenty of options here that he beat out. Vlosten, I think, is probably the most unlucky. If he hadn't missed those last couple games, maybe he'd be in there. Jack Sinclair, I think he's had an outstanding year. Lockie Whitfield, only just behind Lockie Ash, in all honesty. Outside of that, I don't know who else would there be that could get in there. That's what I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. We'll jump into the midfield line. As I said, we're not going designated wingman in this team. If we were, people like Zach Bailey, Nick Martin played a little bit of wing, a little bit of half forward, so he's potentially someone that could get there. He did miss a bit of football, though. So I think the most obvious pick would be Zach Bailey if you were going wingman. I'd also probably chuck Jack Crisp in there as well. He's played a fair bit of wing time this year, but the way we're doing it is just midfielders. So we've got Bailey Smith. He's one of the biggest ball winners of the competition in season 2025. He's been a great player throughout, and I think he definitely will be right in that contention. Marcus Bontempelli, for the second year in the row, has ended up as our All Aussie Rules rating top player, almost officially. Obviously, there is one game left, but I don't think anyone in that match could even reasonably get to his rating for the season. So he gets that. He's definitely got to be in my team. I know he missed a fair bit of football early season, but still, I think he's done enough to warrant selection. Hugh McCluggage, I think, definitely deserves it. His start to the year was absolutely fantastic. He kept the momentum going through most of the year. Had a couple little troughs, but overall, really fantastic. But that first, from rounds, I think it was 2 to round 6, was absolutely phenomenal. He was the best player in the competition across those 4 weeks, in my eyes. So that's our midfield line. We'll jump into half-forward line. So we're going Toby Green as our half-forward flanker first, half-forward flanker. He's had some massive games this year. He had a few quiet ones, there's no doubt about it. This general forward role, I think, is a difficult one to select. There's a lot of players in that contention that maybe didn't score as many goals or didn't put up the big numbers, but we'll go through them all, the ones that missed out, shortly. But yeah, Toby Green there. Jeremy Cameron won the Coleman medal. He has to be in the team this season. Jeremy Cameron at centre half forward. I put him centre half forward instead of full forward or forward pocket, just because the other tools that we selected in our forward line, I think, are better attuned to that full forward lineup. Ben Long, I think he's one of the most underrated players, certainly as a general forward. He had a fantastic year. Kicked quite a lot of goals, also contributed a lot of goals to the team. He's very important to them up forward. So I think he definitely warrants a selection in my eyes at least. Full forward line, Jamie Elliott, he's the leading goal kicker of the small forward brigade. So I think he deserves a spot in the team. His first 17 weeks were fantastic. Dropped off a little bit late. Still had a little bit to say and do, but he'll be looking for a big final series coming up, but he's been really good all throughout the year. I've gone Riley Thilthorpe at full forward. He's a multi-dimensional player, and he gets more goal assists than most tall forwards, so we've gone him in our team here. Whether that's the right choice or not, I don't know, but I think so. Jack Gunston, he's had his career best year. There's no doubt about it. He's been fantastic this year. He keeps kicking goals. He contributes every week in, week out, and I think he deserves a selection, in all honesty. The tall forwards that miss out here, Sam Darcy's probably the one that I think is most unlucky to miss out. He did miss quite a bit of football. In terms of at least ratings, he is the highest rated key forward. But I think with the combination of missing some football, maybe not kicking quite as many goals as some of the others, he misses out. Norton kicked a lot of goals this year, there's no doubt about it. His last 15 weeks, absolutely fantastic. Doesn't quite get him over Gunston, Thilthorpe in my eyes. Other people, key forwards, Georgiades kicked a lot of goals, possibly deserves a spot. I don't think he contributes as much elsewhere as someone like a Thilthorpe or a Gunston, and certainly didn't kick as many goals as Cameron, so I don't have him ahead of those ones. Larkey, he's been solid. I don't think he's been good enough. Chol, same. Hogan, same. Darcy Fogarty, same. No, not up to that level of the other three, so that's how I see it. Moving into our following position. At ruck, we're going Tristan Cherry. I know he's missed out on the squad of 40, which is an absolute drop of the ball by the All-Australian Committee. But Tristan Cherry is the highest rated ruckman according to the All Aussie Rules rating system this season. He's been absolutely fantastic. Max Gawn arguably is close. There's overall 4 ruckmen that have rated really, really high this year. Tristan Cherry is number 1. Number 2 is Max Gawn. And then 3 and 4 are Brodie Grundy, and I can't think of who's number 4 off the top of my head. I'm sure it will come to me at some point, maybe. It's not Darcy Cameron, he's 5. It's not Jared Witts. It's probably really obvious, but anyway, we're missing one out of our top four. But Tristan Cherry was the highest ranked, highest rated. I think he deserves a spot in the team. Max Gawn would be the only one I think that genuinely could have an argument for that. Our followers, we're starting with Matt Rao. Absolutely deserves a spot. The clearance king, week in, week out, gets so many clearances. Ball use maybe sometimes not at the elite level, but overall, I think he deserves a spot. Nick Dacos sneaks in there. He hasn't had, I don't think, as good a season as he had last year. He hasn't probably needed to have that same role that he had last year. He had to be a lot more contested football orientated last year. And then the year before was a lot more uncontested. Whereas this year, probably down on both of those years, but still a really fantastic output from him. He's very important in that Collingwood midfield. And then our interchange, we've gone all midfielders. I know it's bad, but we just got to do it, I think. So we're going Noah Anderson, fantastic season throughout. Had maybe 2 bad games all year. Gets massive numbers, contributes goals. Special, a big moment player. Has had a couple big moments where he's gone on and kicked goals from clearances. He's been fantastic. Zach Butters missed the first little bit of the season and then came into the team and absolutely was flying. The hard nut of this team, he's absolute bull, and you know what you're going to get from him, and he will absolutely deliver it. I think he deserves a spot. Ed Richards spent a fair bit of the early season as the number 1 ranked player in the competition. Ends up, I think, 2nd or 3rd, depending on a couple things that I've just got to adjust. But he will end up in that top 3 or 4 players in the competition for the season. He's been fantastic. Absolutely deserves a spot. And final spot goes to Jordan Dawson. Not as big a ball winner as some midfielders, but what he does is he uses the ball really well, has a massive left foot, plays a very pivotal role in getting this Adelaide team out of the middle a lot of the time, but also just keeping them going the right direction in a team that's really resurged this year. A lot of it is to do with his midfield work because, yeah, that's what he's there to do. And he is really, really good at it. So there's a lot of players that miss out on a spot in this team. I've just realised the ruckman I was missing was Luke Jackson, was number 4 ranked ruckman for the season. I think the most unlucky players are players that potentially could have got in there. I think from Carlton, George Hewitt is the only one reasonably. Wiedering could. I don't think he deserves it this year. Could be wrong. Ben Keys as a small forward. Isaac Rankin as your midfield small forward combo player could make it. Zorko absolutely could make it as a back flanker. He's been fantastic. Zach Bailey, if they go with an actual wingman, he could get it. Josh Dacos off a back flank, potentially. Zach Merritt's been fantastic. I think he's just below these midfielders, in all honesty. Brayshaw and Sarong definitely could deserve a spot in the team. Paddy Dangerfield as a forward could get there. Maxi Holmes certainly played a really good season. Ben King is another forward I don't think I spoke about, but definitely has had a good year. I don't think he's quite there with the others. Sam Collins at fullback, been really good. Tom Green, been good. Lockie Whitfield on the halfback flank, I think just below Lockie Ash, so probably doesn't quite get in there. Max Gawn, as I said, in the ruck. Kashaya Pickett, he's had a fantastic year. I don't think Melbourne have quite won enough for him to get a spot in the team, but he's been really good. We've mentioned Larkey and Georgiadis. Rose could get a halfback flank role. He did play split time between midfield and halfback flank throughout the year. I don't think he's done enough late season to warrant that selection. The team did really drop off, but he did have a really good year. Tim Taranto, I don't think is quite there. Nick Vlauston definitely could deserve a spot. Jack Higgins won't be too far off, I don't think. Jack Sinclair, I think personally, ratings say that he should make it, so maybe he does. Brodie Grundy arguably could be in that conversation with Cherry and Gawn. I think it should go to Cherry. I think Gawn 2nd, Grundy 3rd. Isaac Heaney was a bit quiet early season. I can't go with him. Liam Baker was okay without being outstanding. Sam Darcy throughout the year, probably if he had played the whole season, probably gets there, in my opinion. Tom Liberatore, you can't have 3 Bulldogs midfielders in there when they haven't even played finals. So I can't see him but getting there. And Aaron Norton, we mentioned him. His second half of the year was fantastic, but I just have him just below the other forward line, tall forwards. So that's my All-Australian team. Jump in the comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Go check out all the socials. It's All Aussie Rules. We have videos going live every single week. Multiple podcast episode every single week. And we've got plenty of content coming your way. We'll be doing end-of-season reviews for every single club as they get eliminated. So don't go anywhere. Hit that noti bell. This is the All Aussie Rules YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you on the next one.